Like to introduce Nate Smith from Absolute Machinery. Nate's in the injection molding equipment business, among other things. Nate, good morning. Thanks for your help today.
Morning, David. How are you?
I'd like to talk a little bit and get your opinion on the depreciation curve for an injection molder. When I do an appraisal on an injection molder, there seems to be this cliff that they fall off of, and it seems to have a time frame to it. Could you elaborate a little bit on what your opinion is on that depreciation cliff?
Well, I mean, depreciation's an interesting, approach to, the value. The valuation curves are impacted by, frankly, the manufacturers themselves of this injection molding machinery.
How so?
Well, we like to look at the approach for valuations of in a configuration of, some people say A, B, C, and D groups, where you would have one manufacturer or several manufacturers that participate in the U.S. Market in excess of 25, somewhere up to 40. Where they're just selling what we call dumping machinery into the North American market, where they wouldn't have particularly the support, the parts and components network that's required to be in that Class 1 or Class A envelope. So what we see from a market perspective, whether it's through auctions or private treaty, where the machines are sold new into the market, and over the 5 to 7 year curve, we in the Absolute group of companies have navigated through that and figured out in our machinery world when we do appraisals that the percentages exponentially collapse on the D or 4th or 5th machine tier machines versus that of a tier 1 machine.
Almost like an automobile, you get what you pay for, and the lifespan lasts longer.
You really do. I mean, we've taken in machines that are 2 or 3 years old for literally almost scrap value because it's like, where's the beef? Nobody's there to assist on the these machines in the servo hydraulic segment, the hydraulic segment, and the electric segment. There's a variety of machines just like there are cars. I like to use the analogy that, we have the Tesla series that's offered by Absolute Titien all the way down to the Prius. So we have segments of an electric molding machine, servo hydraulic, which has impacted the industry significantly, utilizing 50 to 70% less electricity than a traditional 20-year molding machine.
So Nate, which is an A machine and which is a D machine by brand name? Can you share your opinion based on?
I'd rather not go there because it's a personal opinion, but we have Class A, Class B, Class C, and Class D. On the forced liquidation value or the fair market value on a Class A machine, year 1 would be, we've designated that on a fair market value, 85% of the original cost.
Okay.
When you look at a Class D machine, okay, the fair market value, day 1 collapses 45% to fair market value. Forced would be 65%. So you can see,
it's day 1.
Actually, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely. That's really an important point, and not unlike the automobile, as we just discussed, that tail then drives out, but at some point, that D machine's valueless. Nobody's going to want it.
Well, it's difficult. I mean, the D machines, we've taken and trade different machines, and we've actually entered them into scrap within months of ownership because why sell something that, frankly, knowingly that we share this with the customer that perhaps there'll be no support. So you might have to retrofit the controller. There might be substandard parts in the machine like valves. In various components. In U.S. manufacturing, they want to get the most out of their machine and their value. Why not invest in organizations and companies that support the machinery, not only from a technical aspect and a quality aspect, but the support, the aftermarket support is critical to the success of I know our organization and the part support.
Really good information. Nate, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.